Good evening, Mayor Bogard, members of the council. I'm Frank Minero with the Pasadena Global Warming Group. I introduced myself here last month and am now back to ask for your assistance. We have our group has two projects we'd like to move forward with. Both require the city's blessing and assistance. Both projects relate to climate change and also city beautification. The first is an educational mural. The theme of the mural would be things that we can do to reduce our personal contribution to global warming. Things like installing compact fluorescent light bulbs, driving less, walking and biking more, driving fuel-efficient cars, eating less meat, so on and so forth. The assistance that we would need is simply your permission to create a mural. We would hope in a high-visibility location, perhaps a city building, someplace that would provide visibility. The second is tree planting. Our group has a project in mind. We'd like to move forward in planting trees on city property. They act as a sponge, a CO2 sponge, and that's benefits the global warming issue. We would require assistance finding a location, permission to do so, assistance finding a location, and advisement on the proper type of tree to plant. That's a basic outline of the two projects. Do you have any questions?
Madam City Manager, would you want to offer a suggestion as to how the next step might be taken? I would think that a written submission with these ideas and then some process of evaluation by the staff and ultimately in the future by the council in the budget process?
Yes, I think we can certainly move forward with the tree project, but if you would put that in a letter and send it to the mayor or to myself, either one of us, that would be great.
Okay.
We're always looking in planting street trees, and we know what trees need to be planted where, and we work well with Pasadena Beautiful that does a great job of planting street trees for us, and we look forward to working with you as well. The mural might be a little longer, but we do put murals in some of our parks sometimes as an anti-graffiti method. We found that it keeps walls from being tagged. I just don't know the availability of that right now. But again, if you put it in the letter, I will talk to our park division and our Recreation and Park Commission and see if we aren't able to move forward on that one as well.
Okay, fantastic. And the idea that we had related to the trees, we were hoping for a location that would, really we're not necessarily street planting of trees, but an area could be on public land somewhere where we might be able to plant, several hundred trees over a period of time.
Well, we can look and see if in the Arroyo
Yeah.
we've had tree planting projects there. And again, we need to watch to make sure that we keep enough sunshine in there so that our exotic plants don't come back and we keep our native plants healthy. But
Right.
would love to work with you and talk to you more about it.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you.
Mayor, if I may, before he leaves, I'm all ears about the tree portion of this, planting trees, and you might keep in the back of your mind that there is something coming up that Pasadena Beautiful is doing on Saturday, the 17th of November, which is a tree planting, as I understand it, somewhere on Washington Boulevard, on an intersection and an island. So if that's something that might interest you, certainly I know that they could need some help.
Okay, that does interest us. I'll look into that, and perhaps our group will become involved in that as well. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, a question for the speaker.
Mr. Hatterline?
Does your organization, when it considers trees, bring with it a sensitivity toward drought tolerant or trees that are not very water intensive?
Sure, that would certainly be a consideration, and also the amount of CO2 that the particular variety of tree would absorb, and any other consideration. We would want to plant the most effective tree that we could.
The reason I ask is there's a median on New York Drive that at some point there's going to be a project,
Okay.
and that may be year two of your project.
Okay.
But I know that drought tolerant and water-wise will be consideration there, so I wanted to ask the question of your organization if that fits. It sounds like it fits so long as you're getting a certain coverage of the CO2,
right?
Certain absorption there.
Yeah, that's our primary goal is to plant the trees in an effort to reduce the CO2 in the atmosphere.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.